By midweek, many people notice something subtle. Focus feels thinner. Small tasks take more effort. Patience shortens for no clear reason. It's easy to assume this is just tiredness, but when stress becomes constant, the brain doesn't simply experience it. It begins adapting to it. Connections shift, chemical balances change, and the changes don't begin where most people expect. The stress response evolved for short moments. A threat appears, cortisol rises, energy mobilizes, attention sharpens, then the threat passes, and the brain resets. But modern stress rarely ends cleanly. Notifications keep arriving, deadlines overlap, thoughts continue even after the day is over. When pressure stays continuous, the brain remains on alert longer than it was meant to. And what this prolonged alertness begins influencing first is often surprising. One of the earliest regions affected is the hippocampus. This area supports memory formation and retrieval. When cortisol stays elevated, the hippocampus keeps working, but less efficiently. This is when familiar moments begin appearing. You walk into a room with a clear purpose and suddenly forget why you came. A name you know well pauses just out of reach. You reread a sentence because it didn't quite register. Individually, these feel harmless. Neurologically, they reflect the brain reallocating resources. Survival first, precision later. But memory is only part of the story. At the same time, communication between two critical regions begins to change. The amygdala, which detects emotional significance, becomes more sensitive, while the prefrontal cortex, guiding regulation and perspective, can lose some influence. The change rarely feels dramatic. Instead, it appears in small ways. A message that normally wouldn't bother you feels heavier. A delay feels more frustrating than expected. Reactions arrive faster than they used to. Not because personality has changed, but because the brain has adjusted its threat threshold. And memory and emotion aren't the only systems adapting. As stress persists, neural pathways linked to vigilance strengthen. The brain becomes highly efficient at scanning for what might go wrong. Helpful in emergencies, but costly when constant. You open a tab to start something important, and moments later realize you've drifted elsewhere. Deep focus takes more effort. Mental fatigue arrives sooner. The brain isn't failing, it's optimizing for detection instead of reflection. And this ongoing shift leads to something deeper. The brain adapts to whatever repeats. When stress becomes constant, heightened alertness begins to feel familiar. Moments of calm can even feel unusual. This isn't weakness, it's neuroplasticity. The same process that lets the brain adapt to stress also allows it to recalibrate when recovery returns. Because adaptation always follows environment. And the environment includes not just what happens, but how long it continues. Stress is often judged by how intense it feels. But its deeper influence shows up in how the brain quietly reorganizes around it. Not overnight, not permanently, but gradually, through thousands of small neurological adjustments. Understanding this changes the question. Instead of asking how much stress we can handle, we begin asking what conditions allow the brain to function clearly at all. Because the brain is always listening to the environment we give it. And over time, it becomes shaped by it. If you want to see this process mapped visually, it's included inside the Vera Human Within below. Subscribe to Vera Human and continue understanding the biology shaping your future.